what our forefathers found out was that the livestock that were here did so much better than they did when they were in Virginia or Maryland or New York or further east. It was a natural area in which to raise animals. Our natural resource is this right here, this green grass. This is, I'm going to tell you why they call it bluegrass. Everybody comes down, they say, well, I've been down here, I've never seen this bluegrass. Well, look what time it is. It's 11 o'clock. If you're going to see that grass, it's blue, you got to be up about 5:30 or 6 o'clock, just as it's starting to get dusk, just after it's been a heavy dew, and if you've had a couple beers the night before, it helps. So rich, and we have it really 2 times a year. We have right about now, the latter part of April, first part of May. And you got to remember, this grass has been getting snow brings nitrogen. So there's a tremendously rich early growth of grass. This grass, that's why your first growth will get up 2 or 3 feet. And then subsequent growths, really? Oh yeah, your hays and so forth, first cutting is you know, that's the majority of the growth is in your first cutting. And then after that, your subsequent cuttings are just, you know, kind of a maintenance. But you all know that. You mow lawns, you mow your lawn the most in the spring than you do in July and August.
Do you do any fertilizing at all?
That's sort of a personal choice. Mine is I try to grow my fertilizer. I try to have it with legumes that will feed. But no, that's a problem we've got with our horses, that some of this grass can be too rich and it can cause problems. They can grow too fast. They can get put on too much weight. It's got too much energy in it. And so we've got to be careful that we don't overdo it. And so that's why I try to keep a blander diet. Horses do better on a blander diet than they do on a rich diet. There. All right, I'm sure you want to see a few horses.
Yeah.
So let me show you some horses, and then we'll have a couple questions. There are around 12,000 brood mares that, actually, I'm sorry, there's about 15,000 brood mares that will annually produce somewhere around 10 to 12,000 foals. So at any given time, you're looking at around 30,000 horses here in this central Kentucky area. Generally, this time of year, we have a lot more horses coming in, so we may even get up into the 40,000 in this area. We are a nursery. We have a resident population of brood mares. Our product is our foals. We also are a stallion operation, so we stand stallions. We sell the breeding rights to those seeds. We breed a lot of our own mares to those stallions as well. Each one of these stallions will breed around 100 mares in the breeding season. Breeding season goes from February 15th until the 1st of July. Then the foals are born in January 1 until around the January 1 until around the 1st of June.
How many in a lifetime will one do?
Generally, these horses live to be 20 to 25, and if he has a crop of, let's say, 75 foals, you know, you're looking at somewhere around 1,500 foals. 1,000 to 1,500, depends on how popular he is. Now this is Devil is Due.
One white clip.
Devil is Due is really quite a racehorse. He won $3.9 million. He was owned by a fellow, Robert Labooty, who bought him, campaigned him, and raced him. And this horse we're very proud of this horse. He's got a filly running today at Churchill in the first race we think is going to win. He's got another filly running on Friday that we're hoping will win. And conformationally, he doesn't have the prettiest head. He's got a great top line. He's not perfectly physically, as a physics vectorally perfect from the front. Conformation analysis is a big part of our business and our job and what we try to do. But beauty is, beauty does, and here's an example of a very smooth, efficient operating piece of machinery. He's an ideal horse. He, he's very easy to get along with. He just ran his heart out. He won $4 million. Come on, I mean that's $3.9 million. Almost 4. This horse is 13. Yeah, and we expect hopefully he'll be around for another 10, 15 years. But he's very healthy. Look at the dapples on him. And as you can see, he is a breed machine, and he wants to let everybody know.
He's showing off for it.
Yeah. But that's what we want to see. We want to get, let's get Deputy. But this horse that he bred this morning, he had 3 mares yesterday. And how many has he got today, Alan? Just the one this morning? But I mean, he's just a phenomenal breed machine. Some of these other horses, our horses are good breeders. We tend to keep them pretty fit. This horse by the name of the Deputy, has got his first crop of foals this year. Devil is due he's had several crops come out already. We're very good about this horse. He's just at 16 hands. He's got a balance, a lot of symmetry. He's very correct from the front, very correct from the side. He's just a very smart, intelligent, smooth, neat, typey kind of horse. He, as a 3-year-old, he ran in the Derby 2 years ago. He was only off the board 1 time, and that was the big time in the Derby. He was cooked by the time he ran that. He came over from Ireland as a 2-year-old. He had 2 wins in 3 starts over there. Came over here, we ran him in the Hill Rise in California on the grass, he won that. We ran him back in Santa Catalina on the dirt, we won that. We ran him back in the San Felipe. That's a grade 2. And there was a horse in there by the name of Fusaichi Pegasus who later went on to win the Derby, but we spotted Fusaichi Pegasus, great big old horse. We spotted him 6 pounds. In other words, we carried 6 more pounds than Fusaichi Pegasus did. And Fusaichi Pegasus beat us that day, but he only beat us by a head. This horse gave him building up to the Derby. That's why the Derby and the Triple Crown is such a hard series. It really takes its toll. And you know, they get down to the bottom of a horse pretty quickly with a lot of these prep races. And as it turns out, that was it for this horse. But he showed his determination. He beat all the best horses of that year: High Yield and Commendable and Captain Steve and D's and War Chant. These are all the best horses. They're all standing for 30 to 40,000. Well, actually, 15,000 at D's, up to 40,000 for War Chant. This horse stands for 7,500. So we have to work a little harder with him, but we feel that it's just like stocks and the stock market. You know, we feel that we're going to do our homework, we're going to get the mares to him, keep the interest in him, and then it's going to be up to him. So what we want to do is recoup our investment. By the time his first crop hit the ground, if we're out, 0 equals 0. Then if he hits, fine. If he's a bomb or a bust, then you know, it's just say la vie and you go and do the next one. But we have real high expectations that this horse is going to do it. Alan, it's
just a coincidence they both have the left hind.
Just a coincidence, yeah. And these are dark bay or brown. They're not black. To be black, you cannot have one single white hair on him. And both those horses. Devil is due. He's got a star. This horse right here's got a little spout. Look at that's the look of Eagles, people. I mean, that's what you're really looking for. Look how smooth. Look at the shoulder on this horse. Look at the neck. Look at the way he just carries himself. The world is his. You know, he's just so. And I'm trying to explain to you, you know, what we look at in these horses. I mean, a lot of people measure and they weigh and they do this and they angles and turn out and do we mine limestone? You bet. See these walls here? That's all limestone. It's all mined. You know, everybody says this was built by the slaves. It's not. It's built by the Irish. The Irish came over here in the turn of the century, right after the potato famine, as a matter of fact. And sure, people are still cutting limestone. It's interesting to note that these stone walls really are, you know, an engineering marvel. They don't have any matrix of concrete. They don't have a footer. Yeah, they kind of smoothed up, dug down, put some larger flat rocks below. But the neat thing about this stuff, well, that one's, you see the one where the moss is. You can see on the other side of the moss, that's where the tractor ran into it. But it's been there for enough years, and those rocks will knit. You know, like you take 2 bars of soap and put one on top of the other, and it'll kind of, you know, sort of, you get like a little shelf between them. Limestone, remember I told you, limestone's water soluble. And you put a rock on top of another rock, and over many years, those things won't keep rocking and rolling. They'll set, and you'll get little bits of fill and adhesion in there. Exactly.